All right, good morning. We are 6 minutes away from market open. I'm checking out crude oil here. I missed a move this morning on the breakout right here. You can see as we started to break out here, volume was increasing right here on this candle. So that would have been a good one this morning. I was focused on my phone, scrolling through Twitter. Totally missed it. So far, crude oil kind of looking heavy right now. We're trading at the range bottom, pretty much, or retesting the bottom of the range. You can see that a little bit more clear. Let's see, that's a 30-minute. I think 30-minute, yeah. You can see several times we've tested this area right here at 106. 106.60, 106.50-ish. So we broke down another range bottom. We came back up, retested it. Now it's starting to look heavy, so there might be a good short trade in crude soon. Right here would make a nice target depending on where I get in. And this white line is the low from March 9th, I think. Don't know what day that was, but it's there. Market's about to open, so we're going to see what it does and how it responds at open in just a few minutes. Yeah, that's looking heavy. Come down 10-minute. Let's see. Average volume is increasing. Selling off a little bit. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on crude and see how it goes. Let's flip over to the micro NASDAQ. That is also looking heavy. A nice little swing low here. 246. We are down 0.3% on the day. We're back in this jumbled area, all congested. We'll see how the market is this week. We got FOMC interest rate decision announcement on Wednesday. So I probably will not trade Wednesday morning. The best time to trade on FOMC, for me at least, is during the announcement. Sometimes a little afterwards. There seems to be a really strong trend most times that I can aggressively get on, aggressively trade. If I try and get that aggressive right now, I'll have a bunch of L's, so I save my really aggressive trading for major announcements like FOMC. Oh, and let's see, last week I bought 20 Wells Fargo call options. Let's see here. I bought 20 Wells Fargo call options, expiring March 22, $55 strike. No, March 18th, my bad. March 18th it expires, 55 strike. I got them real cheap, so I picked up 20 of them. They were like, I bought them at 5 cents. And I'm just expecting, after the interest rate announcement, for the market kind of rally. If not the market, banks, because they typically benefit from rate increases. So that's like a YOLO trade. I'm okay with that going to zero. I'll risk, I think I have just over $100 of risk on that trade. I'm comfortable with losing all of it, because the payout, if it pays off, will be massive. But that's just a YOLO that I have, so I'm not paying too much attention to it. Alright, micro NAS. Can't tell you what it's doing. Made a little range right here. It broke down below the range. Then it tried to come back up in the range, and now it's rejecting re-entrance into the range here. So could be a possibility for a short entry right around here, depending on how volume turns out and how we open up oh, that's market open. All right, so we are open now. And lately I've really been preferring, that kind of looks like a bear flag right there. Lately I've been preferring trading crude. The last, let's see, week and a half, NASDAQ hasn't been responding to my strategy like I'd like it to. So I've been trading crude oil lately. A lot of volatility, a lot of movement. So I've really been preferring that recently over the NASDAQ, which is what I normally trade. 90% of my trades are the micro NASDAQ here. But yeah, my strategy just has not been working for the NASDAQ. So on crude, yeah, and look at that. That looks like your perfect little bear flag right there. Try and mark it right there. We got the retest. So we could keep coming down here. I don't trade flags very often. I have my own strategy. That's not this, so I'm not going to take this particular trade right here. But that could be a potential trade. We got a nice retest on it. Volume's high, so keep our eyes on that and see how it works out. I much prefer trading using the order flow here on Bookmap. So this is what I normally trade NASDAQ with. I use Bookmap for entries and exits. But let's see what's going on with crude. Let's see how that's trading this morning. Yep, breaking down. Down here we got a lot of congestion, so we could hit right here and bounce. I mean, it could be here, all these are valid areas, or we could find a bounce. So there's a couple places in here for a price to catch traction on, so makes me a little hesitant on taking the short right now. NASDAQ order flows looking a little heavy. Oops. See all this liquidity down here. To me, that's downward pressure on it. Whatever institution has all that definitely want the price to go down, and there it goes. And again, the reason why I haven't been trading NASDAQ as much, the order flow hasn't been as clear. So I had a good hit rate. I think I was hitting 80-90%, and then once it started to dwindle, I took a step back and was aware that my particular strategy isn't working the best with the NASDAQ. So I haven't been trading the NASDAQ lately. Oh yeah, look at crude. See, I'd love here if we had some form of consolidation like we have right here. But this is just dropping. I can try and short it and get a continuation. I could wait for a pullback, but honestly, I'd rather have some consolidation like we have here, and then trade the breakout like we had. Getting short here just kind of feels like I'm playing it a little too aggressively. Crude currently sitting on the low from the 9th. Man, that was a big candle. What is that? High to low, 115 to 103. 30 minutes, $12 in crude. So that was a wild move. And we could be breaking below this low from the 9th right now. Yeah, that one would have been a good one. But Name of the game is patience. Nasdaq's looking a little weak again. See all this pressure down here. And so when I trade the Nasdaq, I normally have about a 10, most of the time it's about 10 points stop loss. Sometimes I'll tweak it a little bit to 15, but I don't like to move it too much. And 10 is a really small stop loss on the Nasdaq. But it works out most of the time for me. It hadn't been working out the last week and a half or so. So I haven't really been trading the Nasdaq recently. It's all been about that crude. Let's see. We had a high volume selling, 178 right here, and it didn't break down. They took opportunity of this, of buying into the selling. So once they hit sell, other participants came in here and bought. Now we're hitting a double, triple, maybe even quad bottom. Yeah, I mean, that looks real good for a short, but the Nasdaq just has not been my friend recently when it comes to trading. So I'm gonna keep that one on the back burner and just keep watching it. Crude is looking awfully heavy. Had high volume selling right here on this candle. Yeah, if I'd been checking out the 1 minute chart right here, might have gotten in it. All that high selling volume. Oh yeah, let's see, look at NASDAQ. See, I was way more likely to take a short right around here than I was to go long and look. Lately, I think with the NASDAQ I have to do the opposite of what I want to do. So I want to go short here, should have gone long. That's how it's been. It's really hard to trade the opposite of what you think. When you have your thesis, and your thesis, your signal, your strategy, whatever says go short, it's hard to be like, reverse it, I'm go long instead, you know? So here, my strategy, my thesis, the way I think is take a short, but wouldn't have played out. All these people taking shorts would have got trapped. So, more reasons why I'm just a little bit more hesitant on trading NASDAQ right now. It's easy to say, just inverse your trades. It's a lot harder to do that. Alright, just had a sip of my coffee. We are now 8 minutes into the trading session. Once again, I don't feel too compelled to trade today. I've been doing really well trading conservatively with all this volatility in the market. It was worked out really well for me. I'd hate to come in today with FOMC looming on the horizon just to lose money that I've worked hard to make over the last few weeks. So if I see something as nice as this consolidation breakout trade, I'll take it, but I'm not gonna push my luck really. I'm gonna take it real slow. FOMC on Wednesday. I expect there to be more volatility, more choppiness, at least until after the announcement. Once the announcement's being made, we normally get a good heavy trend. But trading really isn't great for me around FOMC time. My performance starts to dwindle a little bit. I actually have a rule. I don't trade FOMC mornings. I've learned the hard way. I've learned by losing money that I shouldn't trade FOMC mornings, so I don't trade those. Could be coming in at a double bottom here on crude. Still just waiting. And I tell you what, NASDAQ sure does look good right now for a short. I'd have to switch my chart though. I just don't know if I'd have time. And look, see, I would have gotten in here around 205 or so. I would have been kicked out for an L. But to me, if we keep revisiting the same area, like this for example, this looks weak to me. If we keep coming here, I think we're gonna break down. But not yet, we're not. And we might not. 'Cause like I said, I thought this was looking really good for a short, and once again, that's the perfect example right there of why I haven't been trading NASDAQ. And also I noticed this morning that daily volume on NASDAQ is a little less. 11 minutes into market open, we're only at 334,000 contracts traded for the June contract of the micro NASDAQ. So a little less volume than we had been seeing about this time every morning. So it also makes me hesitant when we have less volume like that. I think we're about to test the session low on crude here. You can see buyers start to come in though, these big wicks. Little wick test from right here. Let's see, we caught some traction here at the bottom of this rectangle that I have drawn, and we've gotten some traction right here. And then roughly this area, you can see a lot of volume has been traded right through here. Kind of got a test of it on this candle. So we've got a little traction in a few places, but sellers are definitely in control. I mean, right now we're down 5.63% on the session for crude oil. If I want to be aggressive, I could short right around in this area, but I don't want to do that because we're back into this area. And I'll say this, I think trading is more difficult when you're not just focused on trading. When I'm here trying to talk to the microphone and record what I'm seeing, it seems to be it's a little bit more difficult because now I'm not just solely focused on trading, I'm also focused on make sure I keep my mumbling to a minimum. Make sure I make sense and I'm detailing everything, what I see and all that. So I'm sure after doing this for a little while, I'll be able to trade and talk at the same time. But for right now, it's not a skill that I possess. I still have to acquire and develop it. Yep, get some traction here. See, this is the 1 minute. Up here could be a good area. We got some resistance and we got the 21 EMA. I'll go ahead and mark this. That's our little resistance area. I don't know what the NASDAQ Golden Dragon, oh, China index. Fall 7% at open, and man, look, 5 minutes later, it dropped 13%. Oh, yeah, I think China is closing Shenzhen. I think I saw over the weekend, over a COVID outbreak. Let's see. President Zelensky to virtually address U.S. Congress on Wednesday. All right. Not really any economic data today. None actually. No major U.S. economic data according to Walter Bloomberg here. So nothing to really watch out for today. Just us in the charts. Still haven't hit this double bottom yet, but we are on the way there to testing it. Another little resistance area here. Man, gold back down to 1957.2. That was at what, 2011, I think I saw last week. Gold's trading over $2,000 again. Gold is a really tricky instrument for me to trade. I've had some winners. I've had a lot more losers trying to trade gold. So if I see an A+ setup in gold, I might take it, but I don't even really watch gold too much, just because of the history that I have with it. Could be a nice little pullback to get short. Like I said, I still want to see some consolidation like we saw earlier. I mean, that's it on the 1 minute. I was watching the 5 minute. This to me right here, this is the A+ setup. You got definable resistance, you have definable support, a nice area for a fail sell-off right here, and then buying volume increasing. You can see right down here for the breakout. Though it didn't break out completely, it didn't sustain the breakout, it still could have played that one. Oh man. Oh, no wonder. I'm over here hitting my hotkey for the horizontal line when I'm trying to hit the delete button. All right, I'd say we're right about there in double bottom territory now. So if we fell from here, could see a continuation downwards. Perfectly retested the VWAP up here. Micro NASDAQ 13,331 is what it's at right now. So I think if I would have taken that position, I would have shorted the bottom. Nobody likes to do that. High volume selling still, but patience is the name of the game. Double bottom could hit, we could get traction here. We could fail and sell off. Obviously 100 on the dot is going to be a good support area, a big psychological number like that. And even if we fail this double bottom, we still have a decent ways to go to get down that psychological support level of 100. Right now we're trading at 102.74. And look at the spread up here. It's been another thing with crude. I would think with the increase in volume that the spread would be tighter. But I mean, It's actually pretty tight right now considering what it had been, what I've seen the spread at. Oh, there we go. Could be a failed double bottom, could be a bull trap. We have to wait to find out. All of this has been real high volume selling. So let's see. What is the next area of interest we have if we fail here? This little wick right there, I'm gonna say. Lines up with a little baby support level, a little micro support level. So this would be the range right here. So if we break down through here, we could definitely retest this range from February 22 to March 1 when we broke out. Not seeing any continuation yet. Buyers and sellers are waiting on the sidelines to see what happens, much like myself. Yeah, you see that? I'd hate to be short and that happens. Let's see, what's that? Is that a news catalyst? Nope. $7 a barrel. Ooh. Yeah, I could totally see us going down now that we got that big pop and sellers just came right back in and pushed it down. Let's see, 3 minutes left on this candle. We'll see how it ends. Let's see, NASDAQ back down below 300, testing 300 from beneath now. Order flow here has gotten a little less legible. Seeing more downward pressure, but that doesn't mean anything. That's not too much. I guess we're really just trying to decide. Buyers and sellers are kind of holding an equilibrium right now. Oh yeah, you see that's more of what I want to see. We'll see if we can continue. Oh man, but still 2 minutes left. Lower high, but also a higher low as well. Getting bought up on a new low for the session. I really hate to chase, but that's just looking so good. If I were to get in right now, I'd want my stop to be up here, and that's just way too far. High volume selling though. A nice little pullback here. So it looks like we might run up to the 21 EMA, which coincides here with the double bottom, I believe. Yeah. 1, 2. So I could see us coming back up and retesting this area. Getting bought up, but not on a lot of volume. Not like we were seeing on the sell side. In 41 seconds, we will be hitting the first 30 minutes of session open. Yeah, it looks like us running to the 9 EMA here is no wait, 21 EMA, my bad. 21 EMA could be a real possibility. It's definitely close enough. Got to see some more volume come in here though. It's kind of just resting right there at the top of the candle. Let's go for it. Still low volume. Yeah, that's not immediately going my direction. I'm gonna kill that. I'd much rather get in here and it go than just sit here and wait for my stop to get triggered. So let's see how that goes. Yep, see. If it doesn't immediately go in my favor, I'm hesitating. I'm not liking it. One thing I do need to do though, I need to change my candlesticks, because I just changed them by accident. I meant to hit my hotkey for a long entry, and I think I did width. Alt down for width up. Okay, alt down. All right, and for spacing, we're gonna do alt left. No, that's minus. Plus spacing, alt right. That seems right. Yeah, that looks like my chart. All right, so yeah, one trade in. When it didn't immediately start going my direction, I didn't want to hold it. I'd much rather close. I closed that for about break even. I don't know exactly what it was, considering the spread. But yeah, definitely do not want it if it does not go in my direction immediately. So, see, now it might go, but I would have gotten stopped out and then would have had a little bit of a run up there. Oh yeah, that looks like perfect break even filled. Let's see. Let's just go to trade performance and see. NASDAQ back over 300 again. Did I misclick? Oh no, it showed up on the other screen. Alright, let's see. So, had a scratch trade on that one, lost $42.60. Totally okay with that, because if it would have hit my stop, I'd be out more. Finally coming back after trapping bears down here. So basically a break-even trade. I'll take it. I feel I did the right thing there and cut it for roughly break-even. So totally okay. There ain't nothing wrong with being wrong in trading, but continuing to be wrong is an issue. That's how you lose a lot of money. And look, we're getting that move. Wasn't without a little turbulence though. Had a little bear trap here, and all their stops is probably what's helping to push the price higher, is what I assume at least. Yeah, I think I had my take profit right up here around 59-ish. So that would have been hit. Good move. Didn't want to risk more than what I had. So though that was roughly break even, small loss trade, I feel good about it, and I think it was a good trade. That's one of the things with trading. You can come in here and do everything wrong and make money, and you can come in here and do everything right and lose money. So it's always better to stick to your strategy, stick to your rules, and cut losses short. Don't let them turn into bigger losses. I'm not butthurt at all about the little fake out right there, little bear trap, and then up here. Now, if I would have kept holding and I would have taken a bigger L on here, it might be a little sour. But closing it short really helps protect my peace of mind, keeps my confidence high. We could be getting ready for a 9 EMA and 21 EMA crossover, but not before at least another bear trap. You can see volume is slowly dying down though. This is the volume moving average on 14 bars, I believe. Yeah, 14 period. So we can see the volume is starting to dwindle a little bit right here. NASDAQ back below 300, testing 300 again. So this has been chopping. NASDAQ's been chopping all morning. I'll switch over to that right now so we can get a good look at it. Oh man, see all this congestion right here? That's what I really want to avoid. This is nice. That's pretty nice. But then all this, since what did that market open? It's just really congested. It's down, it's up, it's trapping left and right. And this is where I feel a lot of new traders have issues. They want to hop in here and try and trade, make money, but this just isn't where you make money. This is how you lose money. This is how you get chopped up. I mean, we had pretty good resistance right here on VWAP, right? But then look at this. Look at that wick all the way up here. So if you put your entry right here at resistance, I'd say that's good. But then, yeah, you want to have a low risk trade, put it right above market open, and look, it would have been kicked out. So there's a lot of that going on. More, I know slippage isn't the word. It's I guess that was a good bull trap. Realistically, that's what that was. People waiting for the breakout right here, bought over here when we got above the open, and they helped push this thing down. All their stops getting hit, so really got to watch out for this. I think it's really important to know what time frames you trade. Maybe you just want to trade 1 or 5 or 10 minutes, 10 seconds even. But it's always important to look at higher time frames, always. If you're looking at a trade, look at the higher time frame before you get in. I mean, look, that's not something I'd want to be in. Though we're about to be hitting range top, could be ideal for a short, could just as easily have your stop get run, and then for the slap back down. So we're crossing over today's open, the session open, and we'll just have to see. Only time will tell if it's sustainable. But we hit a new high compared to this. So what is a new post market or post open high? Yeah. So still have not made a new high on the session since 4 o'clock this morning. That's when we hit our current high of 13,442.25-ish. I can tell you, actually it's 13,441.50. So, like I've been saying, this is a really choppy, trappy market to trade. It's 8:09. Market's been open for 39 minutes, and this is the latest I've traded on here in at least a few days, probably since at least Wednesday of last week, and right now it's Monday. So lately I've been finding good trades pre-market, like in Crude, that consolidation breakout that I saw this morning. But again, I was scrolling on my phone, not paying attention to the market. And I missed that one. If I would have gotten in that trade, I probably wouldn't be here right now, seeing what I see. But that's fine. That's the name of the game. The latest I normally trade during the day is 9 o'clock Mountain Time, so 90 minutes after open is normally when I call it quits. Lately, it's been a lot earlier. Sometimes I'll trade before the close. Sometimes I'll trade the overnight session. But, yep. Well, look, we got to close above the open. We could run this. I don't know where we take it. I mean, I guess we could go to the middle of the range here, about 355-ish. Or we could keep running to the low here, or the high here, or here. I guess same area, roughly 13,400. Buyers starting to come in. Oh, there we go. Yeah, and let's see. I was calling about middle of the range right there. Could encounter a little bit of resistance right here at this area. See what WB says. Down $8 a barrel now, crude oil. Ford takes bold step towards all-electric future in Europe. Cool. 7 new connected EVS support plans to sell 600k plus EVS annually by 2026. Introduced 3 new electric passenger vehicles and 4 new electric commercial vehicles in Europe by 2024. That's really cool. I really like electric vehicles. Trying to think of how to say it. Crude hitting lows now. I like gas vehicles. I'm not an elitist when it comes to green energy. I definitely think green energy is the future. Nobody can deny that. What's been my problem with electric vehicles? They never look nice. I mean, you had the Honda Insight. I believe that's what it was called. And I mean, oh, these must be newer ones. Oh, see. This is what you had back in the day. I mean, I'm sure to some people that's nice looking. To me, eh. So, I like the stylized electric vehicles. I feel like people are way more likely to buy them if they look nice. Like F-150 Lightning right here. This looks really nice. See, but I really think Tesla helped start this. Let's see, EV Hummer. I think that looks nice too. That's real nice. But Tesla right here really is what I believe, and I could be wrong, started the attractive electric cars. Because before then they just kind of look like bugs, like insects, you know? I don't know. They just look weird to me. These are definitely some attractive electric vehicles, and that's really starting to become the trend now. Which is awesome. I can't wait for full electric vehicles. So, we broke above here, pretty solidly. We just gotta see where we close on this candle. We still got 5 minutes left, so we can see where the 5-minute candle closes out. I think it was roughly right around here is the middle. 62-ish is what we're looking at, 65. And I don't know, I really haven't put in a lot of time trying to figure out how to change my screen, which screen I'm recording on. I'm using GeForce, and yeah, haven't figured out. I changed my main display to my other monitor, and it's still on this monitor, and it hasn't been that big of a deal, so I haven't put in too much effort on my part to try and figure out. But here on my other screen I have other charts as well. See, I have a little 2000 tick chart so I can kind of see what's going on tick by tick instead of waiting 10, 20 or 30 whatever time frame. I like to look at the ticks, and I don't rely on ticks for my trading. I just kind of glance at it to see what it's doing. If I'm thinking of going long based on a 30-minute chart or a 10-minute chart, but then my 2000 tick chart looks heavy, I'm probably not going to take the long, or I'm at least going to wait to take a long position if my 2000 tick chart contradicts my current idea. Got a little daily chart over there. I like to see these levels. I got them marked, so you can see right now we're kind of hanging out in the middle of this. Here's the resistance, there's the support, kind of just hanging out in the middle here, a little closer to bottom support than we are top resistance. But again, this could change this week. We could pop up from here, or we keep trending to the downside. A lot of speculation, a lot of unknowns, and a lot of uncertainties. And then also I keep my weekly chart just because I like to kind of get an overview of what's happening. I don't make